Hey, this is Alex from Natural Mobility. Today we're going to be talking about deep diaphragmatic breathing. In a nutshell, there's three basic ways that your body can make room for your lungs expanding when you take an inhalation. And they're not all ideal. The first that I'll mention is the typical bad habit that most people have, and also what a lot of people do when they're stressed out, which is shrugging their shoulders. Basically, your entire shoulder girdle is raising up in order to make space for the top third of your lungs to expand. Another thing that happens is your ribs expand in order to make space for your inflating lungs. So the muscles in between your ribs relax, and that creates more space in between the ribs, which allows the lungs to expand outwards. So that first example, your lungs are trying to expand upwards, and this example, they're trying to expand outwards. This can happen in the front of the body, the side of the body, and the back of the body. And in a natural breath, it happens all around. When we're talking about diaphragmatic breathing, the most important thing that your body does to make space for your lungs is expand downwards. You're allowing the bottom of your lungs to fill up with air first, and your lungs push the diaphragm down into the abdominal cavity. Your diaphragm is pressing into your internal organs, and they all move to rearrange themselves to make space for all of this happening. Essentially, you're using your diaphragm to massage your internal organs. Ideally, with the diaphragmatic breath, the first thing you do is draw your air down. Try to expand your diaphragm without expanding your rib cage. Once you've completely filled up your diaphragm, then you can start expanding your rib cage and allowing air to fill up the rest of your lungs, starting with the front, then the sides, and then the back. And try to avoid actually using your shoulder girdle in order to make extra space, just using the rib cage and the diaphragm. Make sure that you're exhaling completely. Oftentimes we leave about a third of our oxygen in our lungs, so make sure you're squeezing out that last little bit when you're doing your diaphragmatic breath. If you're breathing through your nose and you're keeping your breath silent, most likely your breath will be long and deep. Those are the fundamental concepts of diaphragmatic breathing that you want to keep in your mind. This is part 2 of a 3-part series on mindful breathing. Please check out the follow-up and previous video if you found this helpful. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.